Hey, look who's here. Hey, me, Matt.
Hey, me and Matt here. So, AEW, I just finished. And yeah, I didn't watch it last night. I figured I was on a computer anyway, so I will watch it anytime I want. So, I just finished it. I didn't watch the pre show. Even though I could have, I didn't. But yeah, Joey Janela, who was Sonny Kiss, who defeated the Serpentico with Luther. Then you had Private Party, who defeated the Dark Order, Alex Reynolds and John Silver. Yeah. I guess I probably could have, but only 2 matches. But then the show happened. First match, which was a cinematic match with Britt Baker and Big Swole. Well, no, this match was added, of course. We didn't necessarily talk about it in our prediction video, but it was a good match, kind of. I mean, it could have been used third or fourth spot, but it is what it is. So you had Swole coming in, and Reba was behind the counter with a mask on, and then he had Britt Baker attack her from behind. They have a fight in through the office, and there's a point where Britt Baker took a drill, and she went to drill Big Swole, or so we thought. It ended up she drilled something else. Kind of reminded me of what Braun Strowman took out those shears, but he didn't do anything with them except for cut the mat. So, anyways, yeah, and then Big Swole got more offense on her, and basically took the mask and put the mask on, and then Britt Baker fell asleep. So Big Swole won this match. It was alright. It wasn't the greatest. I mean, obviously, it was something new, and I'm all for that, but, it is what it is. You've got the Young Bucks versus Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy Jack Perry in Jurassic Express. This match was pretty good too. It was basically what you would think. There was a point where Matt Jackson followed Marco Stunt and tried to beat him up. And yeah, this was a good match too. Young Bucks actually won, which, I don't think it would have killed Lucha Express to win this match. That should have happened, but of course, it didn't happen that way. The Young Bucks got another victory. So it was a little disappointing, but again, it is what it is. 21-man Casino Battle Royal. This was pretty cool. And Trent Beretta, Christopher Daniels, Jack Hager, The Blade, Braxton Sutter, Ray Phoenix, Frankie Kazarian, Will Hobbs, Chuck Taylor, Santana Ortiz, Billy Gunn, Penta L0M, Ricky Starks, Brian Cage, Darby Allin, Sean Spears, Eddie Kingston, The Butcher, Sonny Kiss, Lance Archer, and, Brian Cage as well. Also, you have the debut of one Matt Sydal coming in and giving the third eye thing, and, he kind of did this thing where he was going for a shooting star press or something, and he botched the move and fell, and he laughed it off, I guess. And this was a good match too. You have the final two, Eddie Kingston and Lance Archer. This match was obviously going to be for a title shot against either Jon Moxley or MJF. And yeah, you would expect it, but Lance Archer won this match, so it will be Lance Archer going for the AEW Championship, which, you know, I think it would be better for him to go for the TNT title. I think he's already been there, done that. He hasn't had that title, so for him to go for this title, you know, it's fine, I guess, you know. Then you have the Broken Rules match, and, yeah, no, Matt Hardy goes into the bowl, or whatever the fuck that bowl is. It was a big football stadium area, and I thought, oh cool, they're gonna have a match there. That didn't happen. You know, Matt's talking to the camera looking for Sammy. And by the way, it wasn't Broken Matt. So Sammy comes out, fight all around the concession stand. And yeah, you have Matt go up on the whatever, that's not a cherry picker. I don't even know what the fuck it is. I can't remember. He went up on it and he jumps off. And yeah, lands, hits his head right onto the concrete. So Aubrey and Dr. Sampson come out, and Aubrey says, alright, we have to stop the match. Kind of looks like he has a concussion, so as it happens, we think that the match is over. And Matt Hardy decides a few minutes later that he's going to keep beating the shit out of Sammy Guevara, which he has thrown Sammy off into a box. So Aubrey counts, and yeah, Matt Hardy wins. I'm not going to say anything that nobody else has said. I mean, Matt Hardy obviously has a concussion. You know, I expect blood in a match, but sometimes it isn't necessary, you know, especially nowadays. But yeah, Matt got sent to the hospital. Don't know what's going to happen from there, but it's kind of like, yeah, I went off like a fart in church. There's no two ways about it. It sucked. It should have been better, but it really sucked. You know, I wish that they had a better match. I wish they would have used the football field. I wish they would have done more with it, but to stop the match and then to restart it was bullshit. It really was. There was really no need for that. And who knows when Matt's coming back. And the stipulation was if Matt lost, then he would leave, but for some reason, like, I could see Jeff doing this, but Matt, come on. At the AEW Women's World Title, you've got Hikaru Shida versus the NWA and the Jushi, I can't remember the title, and Thunder Rosa. And yeah, you know, Thunder Rosa started off really strong. It was really cool to watch. But Shida got more offense and basically ended up beating Thunder Rosa. So, you know, I think that's fine because if you think about, you know, Thunder Rosa is a great wrestler. And so, you know, she can have any more matches, but the fact that she's already got 2 titles, to add a third one, I don't think it would be necessary, but, you know, whatever. You have an 8-man tag team. You've got Matt Cardona, Scorpio Sky, which for some reason we drew a blank on when we did our prediction video, and the Natural Nightmares, Dustin Rhodes and QT Marshall, with the Nightmare Sisters of Ali and Brandy. So They took on the Dark Order, Brody Lee, Colt Cabana, Evil Uno, and Stu Grayson with Anna Jay. Yeah, this was a good match as well. It wasn't the greatest match. Obviously, it could have been better, but again, it is what it is. You had Dustin, who had the black and blue getup, which is usually black and red. So I actually really like that. I mean, no real reason except it's my favorite color, whatever. Stu Grayson and Evil Uno were there. And of course, this was a good match because you got to see Brandy get redemption on Anna Jay, kicking her in the face. And so, yeah, this was cool. Dustin picked up the win, and Brody went nuts on the Dark Order. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, Dustin and Brody are going to have a match for the TNT title on Wednesday, but, you know, it could have happened either here or Full Gear, but, you know, it was a pretty good match. Of course, Colt was left in the ring. Evil Uno helped him out, which I thought was pretty cool. You have the tag team match for the AEW Championship. FTR took on Kenny Omega and Adam Page, and this was cool. You know, these guys definitely are four of the best in the tag team division. Of course, with Kenny and Adam, who are singles wrestlers. But again, like I said, they're both a part of the Bullet Club. You have Kenny, who wrestled in Mexico, in Japan, and all over, even Deep South, which is the WWE developmental. So, I mean, you have Adam and Kenny try to pick up the win. However, FTR was better in this match. They ended up getting the win. So I'm happy for that. And I'm happy to know that, yeah, they have basically had all the gold. They have all the gold from WWE, which is the NXT, Raw, and SmackDown championships. But also now, reigning AEW Tag Team Championships. And these guys are old school in the best way. Like they, you know, no flips, just kicks, which was their thing in WWE. They have Tully Blanchard. They're just like a team that you don't see too often anymore. You've got the Mimosa Mayhem match, Orange Cassidy and Chris Jericho. And this was cool. Chris Jericho hitting the walls of Jericho, which I still think is the Boston Crab. Orange Cassidy was actually going nuts in this match as well. I thought that was pretty cool. It's cool when, you know, he's laid back and he does this thing and he's got the sunglasses, but when he's going, he's going. And you had a lot of close calls there too. Of course, you know, blood in this match as well. But yeah, Chris Jericho ended up getting tossed into the Mimosa pool when Orange Cassidy did a Superman punch. That was pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if Orange Cassidy needed it, but it was his match, so that was fine. You know, I'm not going to complain too much about it. You have the AEW Championship match, Jon Moxley and MJF with Wardlow. And yeah, this was cool. Again, you have MJF being tossed into the steps, which he did lead a little bit. Eventually, he bled more. So, and you're going to have a false thing for Moxley was going to do the paradigm shift. That didn't work out too well. And yeah, the referee ended up, you know, trying to stop that. And it eventually turned into, I think it's called I want to say a backpack stunner, but I don't even know. Anyways, you had Wardlow toss the Knox over to MJF with the referee trying to stop Wardlow, and he's having some words. MJF picking up the brass knucks with bloody hands. Moxley sees what he's doing, looks at the ref, then goes for the paradigm shift and gets the pin. Jon Moxley is still the champion. You know, that was very disappointing. It was. I mean, you have the contract signing with MJF and Jon Moxley, and John's like, I don't need the paradigm shift. I can do any move. I'm very creative. You take that away from me, and I can do any move. We ended up winning with the paradigm shift. Yeah, the ref didn't see it, but come on. It really doesn't. It's kind of, yeah, it was disappointing. I think that he could have used a lot more moves, but it just made no sense to me. It really didn't. But, you know, like I said, many times in this review, it is what it is, because it's basically, AEW is still a new product, and they're allowed to make mistakes. But, you know, it could have been better, yes. Could it have been worse? Yeah. But I don't think that most of the stuff that was on the show was necessary. But anyways. Yeah, this was AEW All Out. Talk to you later. Bye.